Tonight's video is in paid partnership with Betterhelp. Some of you may know that I have complex mental health issues and I've been in and out of therapy since I was first diagnosed as a teen. It's given me the confidence to speak openly about my struggles without a fear of judgment. I think therapy is an essential part in the recovery process, and having somebody to talk to that you can trust is key to a successful experience. Let me introduce you to tonight's paid partner, Betterhelp. Betterhelp connects you to a credentialed therapist that is trained to give helpful, unbiased advice. First, you go to their website using my link, betterhelp.com/bebravebeyou. You will then need to answer a few simple questions, and Betterhelp will usually match you to a professional that has years of experience in helping others with struggles just like yourself within 48 hours. You can do it from any device via call, video chat or messaging, whichever suits you. Let BetterHelp connect you to a therapist that can support you from your home. Visit betterhelp.com/bebravebeyou. Thanks to BetterHelp for being a paid partner in tonight's video. Hello lovely, I'm Dr. Nicola, your psychologist. It's lovely to meet you. Now, I want you to get yourself comfortable and just familiarise yourself with your surroundings, okay? You have some fresh cold water there, and there you have some tissues if you need them. Alright, now I will be obviously asking you questions, listening to you speak, and I will be jotting notes throughout, alright? Okay, so this is your first session with myself. How was the travel? Yeah, it's very bad out. I'm glad you made it here safely. Yeah, it's very blowy, very wet and cold. But you're here safe and well, so that's good. Alright. So, have you had therapy before, or is this your first time? Okay. Okay. Now, do you have any diagnoses already? Yeah. When was you diagnosed with those? Right? Okay, so it's been passed around a lot, and okay, so you've had all sorts of different diagnoses, and these are your last confirmed. Yeah, so okay, so you've always been told that. Okay, right, that makes sense. Okay. Right, that's fine. Now, do you take any medication? Okay. Do you know what dosages you're on? Okay. And who is your current psychiatrist? And are you still under him? Okay. And how long have you been seeing him for? Okay. Okay, now has he suggested any particular therapy for yourself? Yeah. Okay. So I think before we go down the route of those, I want to get to know you a little bit and get to know you and how you're feeling and what is going on currently, if that's okay. Yeah, before we divulge into any particular type of therapy. Yeah. So, okay, so how are you? Yeah. I see. Yeah, that's understandable. Yeah, I get that. Right. Okay. Now, how are you feeling with this time of year? Okay. And any particular reason? Right. Okay. Yeah. So this time of year is quite difficult for many, especially with it being winter, dark, early nights, dull all day, and weather like today with extreme wind and rain and different things like that. It's quite difficult for a lot of people. A lack of vitamin D, lack of sun and things. And if people already have depression, such as yourself, major depressive disorder, then you're very at high risk to get SAD, seasonal affective disorder. All right. And some people find it hard in December when we're getting closer to Christmas. Yeah, not everybody obviously celebrates. And, a lot of people have lost people at Christmas time, or they're not around anymore, so Christmas is a little bit of a tough time. So now with yourself, is that concerning you? Okay, so is that your father? Okay, so oh no. Yeah. So he left your mum when you were 13. Okay. It's a very young, crucial age. Yeah. Okay. Oh wow. Okay. So your mum found out he was cheating on Christmas Day. Okay, that's a lot to take on. That is a lot. Okay. Okay. And then you were having to look after your sister and mom and things like that. And what's the age gap? Okay, so it's quite a big gap. Okay. Okay. Now, do you think that is something that's impacting you? Do you always feel like this around Christmas, or is it just this year, or is it just, do you think it's not related? Okay, so you don't think it's related. Okay. Maybe deep within it might be. Okay. I know it was a very long time ago, but things still stay with us. Okay, and how have you been with Christmases since? Okay, so things are better as an adult. Okay. Okay. Now, do you have a relationship with your dad? Okay. I'm sorry to hear that. Has it always been that way? Okay. I can see that, you know, it's affecting you a little bit. Yeah, the way you start to move and how you speak. There's a lot of resentment there. Yeah, okay, understandable. Okay, and he had a new family and moved away, false promises and all that. I get that, yeah. Okay, alright. So that could have contributed to your borderline personality disorder and potentially your complex PTSD as well. Is that what you've been told? Yeah, okay. Okay, so you were in an abusive relationship. Okay. Oh, okay, so around the same time. Oh, okay, that must have been awful. Okay, it's a couple of years. Emotionally, sexually and physically. I'm so sorry to hear that. It's a lot to deal with at that age. Yeah. Yeah, I can sort of see now a lot, just by that little snippet of your life, why you've got these diagnoses, why you're on medication and why you need therapy. Alright, and the type of therapy, I can see why that's been suggested. Alright, so I think overall that needs to be worked on, definitely. Alright, a therapy is going to be essential to a stable functioning life. Alright, that mixed with your medication. Alright, I think medication is extremely important and it's nothing to be ashamed about. Alright, okay. And neither is having therapy. Okay, lots of people have therapy, have different types of therapy. Alright, and you've just got to trust your therapist. Okay, get a nice, good relationship going, professional relationship. Alright, where we can talk openly about different things, okay? Obviously, I don't judge. Alright, so I'm here to listen and help as best as I can. So we've got a lot to work on just with that little snippet of you being as a teenager. Okay, so I think that's going to be a deep-rooted thing, which we will revisit, but I want to concentrate on the here and the now for the time being. Okay, so tell me, how do you feel day to day? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It is quite common this time of year to feel fatigued and lethargic, especially with the weather and the dullness and lack of sun. Alright, have you had a blood test at all recently? When was the last time you had one? Okay, well I will instruct your GP to get you to have a blood test, okay? I think it's crucial that we do check some things like B6, B9, B12, and you know, your vitamin D levels, iron and different things like that. Okay, I'll do a full blood count, and there's a few other things that I want doing. I will contact your GP directly and get that done, and then they will call you to get you in for an appointment. Okay, so that's that. Just quickly as well, when did you have a medication review? Okay, that's fine then. Oh, perfect, that works very well then. And I can liaise with him as well, and we can kind of work out a little plan for you. Alright, care plan. Wonderful. Because I think if you are lacking something, it is essential that we get you on those supplements just to, you know, boost things up a little bit. Right, so obviously what you're experiencing is typical depression symptoms. Now, okay, so can you just tell me a little bit about your PTSD? So how is it affecting you day to day? Yeah. Okay, so you have avoidance. Go avoid those areas. Okay, that's fine. So it's nightmares, flashbacks. Okay. I mean, if that's keeping you up nightly, that's going to be impacting massively on how you're feeling, fatigue and lethargic, and your mood as well. It's going to impact you massively. All right. So you need to obviously make sure that you are getting enough sleep and correctly. You might have to up one of the medications, okay, just for a higher dose so you can sleep a little bit better, but I will talk to your psychiatrist about that. Okay, that's fine. So borderline, how are you feeling with that at the moment? Are you feeling like you are struggling with that? Just tell me a bit how you've been going day to day. Okay. So are you feeling unstable? Okay. And have you been harming yourself at all? Okay. And is all the wounds okay? All right. You need me to look at any of them? Okay. And when was the last time? Okay, that's all right. That's good. That's an achievement. Well done. That's brilliant. Okay. Glad to hear that. Okay. And what about suicidal thoughts? Anything like that, or attempts? Okay, well that's fantastic. Okay, I'm glad that you've had no attempts, but at times you are feeling suicidal. Okay, you haven't been acting on that, so that is really good. All right, it's an achievement. Okay. Okay, lovely. Thank you for being open with me as well. I really appreciate that. It helps things move along smoothly. All right. The more I know, the more I can help. Okay. Lovely. Okay, so possibly borderline acting up a little bit with what you've described there. So I'd probably say we're in a bit of that, and I'd say that you're going through a bout of major depression. All right, but it could be more sad related. Okay. Yeah, it's one of those things, they overlap, you know, and some people are like, well, I've got major depressive disorder, I clearly don't have sad, as I'm always kind of depressed, if you like, but you can get it more in the winter months, and you get like other symptoms with it as well. So yeah, I'm wondering, but obviously I don't diagnose, that will be down to your psychiatrist. I can put my input and what I think, and I can diagnose to a degree, but not officially, if you know what I mean. Okay. Okay, that's fine. All right. So, yeah, so your complex PTSD is going to be one of those things going to be working on for a long time. You need to have specific therapy for that, as you have mentioned, and you know it's going to take time to build it up and put things into practice, and you know get more of a stable mindset in that. Okay, then your borderline, you know, that's going to help when things improve with your depression, and it's going to work. You know, it helps each other, if you know what I mean. But I think seeing me regularly, talking to me about how you're feeling and offloading to me is going to be a huge factor. I think it's so essential when it comes to therapy, is having that person to talk to that doesn't judge you, you know, doesn't know anything else about you apart from how you're feeling and what's going on mentally. All right, and other aspects of your life that you wish to share with me, then you know we can dig deeper into other areas. Yeah, and then we could move on to other types of therapy to actually help with the complex PTSD. Alright, so obviously that comes and goes while it's untreated, and obviously the depression is of my concern at the moment. Yeah, and I'm not sure that it is related to your dad, because that was a long time ago. It can still have a deep-rooted effect, you know, especially when you think about family and who's around you, who's not around you, and then your brain might be thinking of what's happened in the past. And that could be the same with anything, with the loss of a family member, or, you know, all sorts of different things like that. Okay, or having some bad news around this time of year. Okay, so with the Christmas building up, how are you feeling? Do you feel like you've got a lot of pressure on you, or do you feel stressed? Okay, so you do feel a little bit of pressure. And what's the pressure for? What do you feel pressured about? Okay. So, what are you actually doing over Christmas? Oh, that sounds lovely. Oh, lovely. I like the sound of that. Well, that would be nice. Just take it bit by bit. Yeah. Okay, bit by bit. That's fine. Okay, so where are you at with the gift buying and preparations? Okay, so you've done a bit. Okay, still bits to do. Okay, well, take your time. Yeah, I know you're thinking it's only like a couple of weeks to go and things, but you know, just take your time. All right, I mean, my advice would be try and space it out rather than trying to do it all in one go. You know, do a little bit and do a little bit more. Maybe shop online if that's more ease for you and more convenient. All right, you know, going out can be a little bit daunting, especially in this weather. Yeah, and then like with lots of people everywhere, that's going to be triggering off your anxiety, and then it's going to be busy and bright, lots of lights, lots of noise and things like that. It might be a little bit too much and too overwhelming for you. Right, so just do bit by bit, okay? And you know, don't worry about impressing others, okay? I want you to, you know, do whatever you want to do. All right, people got to give and take a little bit as well. Yeah, you know, you're gonna have a fantastic time, but try to relax. I know it's easier said than done, my love, but I want you to just try and focus a little bit more, okay? And try to forget everything else and don't worry about it. You know, what will be will be. Yeah, I just want you to have a good time with your family and friends, okay? Yeah, all right, do your best and you'll be fine. That's all you know anyone can ask for. All right, and if it's too much, you just step away. You know, just tell people, I need a moment. Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing your family know. Yeah, okay, well, that's really good. I always find that, you know, talking really helps, whether it's to a family member, a friend, or something like that as well. It's really important to have a good support network. Yeah, and try not to, you know, suffer in silence. All right, I mean, it's amazing that you're here with me today and that you see a psychiatrist. That means, you know, you're set on helping improve your life. Yeah, now with your issues, you're not going to get rid of them, okay? You can't cure them, but we can keep you stable. All right, and we can try and help manage symptoms of your PTSD and things like that. And obviously with this specific trauma focused therapy and EMDR therapy, there's a good chance of being able to, your brain and that to function and focus better and deal with those emotions and situations better, where you don't have, you know, flashbacks and nightmares and things like that, okay? Well, obviously we need to go down the route of do that a little bit separately, but we need to build a relationship, professional relationship. We need to have that trust there, okay? And I need to get to know other aspects before we can work on that, as I did say earlier. All right, so You know, I want you to be comfortable with me, okay? Now, do you work? Okay, do you have a partner and do you have any children? Okay. Fine. When did you notice more of a dip in your mood? Yeah. Okay, so the end of October. I think that does coincide with the weather change. Yeah. The clock change and things like that. Yeah. The way you were describing things, I do feel like you potentially got a little bit of sad, to be honest with you. Yeah, and we need to kind of possibly up some of your antidepressants just to try and level you out a little bit. Okay, and obviously talking to me regularly is going to really help. All right. It's hard when you've got really 3 like complex mental health issues and then dealing with a little bit of sad on top. Yeah. Okay. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being amazing, 1 not being amazing, where would you put your overall mood currently? Okay, so that is very low. Alright. Now, are you getting much sleep? Okay, how many hours? And is that disturbed? Okay. And is it disturbed due to nightmares? Okay, so sometimes, not all. Okay, that's fine. Now, are you eating okay? Okay. Right, okay. I'd rather you do that than not at all. Okay? So yeah, that's fine. Just make sure you're drinking plenty of fluid. Alright, and eat when you can. Alright, little and often. Okay. Yeah, I mean, especially this time of year as well, people tend to like, binge a little bit more and things like that. And do you know what? That's okay. Alright, that's totally fine. Yeah, people get so wrapped up in, I can't eat this, I can't eat that. And, it's just not healthy. Alright, and then if you're like that, it can trigger eating disorders, and especially if, someone with mental health issues already, it's very easy for things like that to happen. Alright, especially if you've had past eating disorders as well. Okay, so we've got to be mindful on things like that, okay? Yeah, so just eat when you can, and do you know what, if you've had a bit of a binge, or you've had some chocolate, you've had some sweets, cheese or whatever, do you know what, it doesn't matter, okay? Just enjoy yourself, okay? And do you drink alcohol? Okay, well, if you do have any, try to drink responsibly. Alright, okay, because when you're feeling depressed and that, alcohol is a depressant, so it's going to make you feel worse. And I know at the time you drink and you think it makes you feel better, but actually it doesn't. It has a knock-on effect, and then you're in a big massive cycle. Okay, so a little bit will be okay, but if you start getting absolutely drunk, then you're going to be in a cycle of feeling a lot more depressed. Okay. Okay, but of course I want you to enjoy yourself. That's the main thing. Now, so do you do anything in particular to help how you're feeling? What do you try and do? Yeah. Okay. Now, this is not going to be the be-all and end-all, okay? But I just want to give you a little bit of advice and tips on some things that you could do day to day. Alright, so obviously getting fresh air is really going to help. Going for a walk or something like that. Having something to focus on. Maybe some sensory toys and fidgets, different things like that to keep your mind focused on something. Alright, then you can listen to ASMR. I don't know whether you've heard of ASMR or listened to it before, but I definitely look at doing some of that, listening to it, watching it or anything like that. See if you can find something to help you focus, help relax, help you sleep. Okay. Okay. I will send you some information about that anyway. and then maybe listen to some relaxation music, you know, some ocean sounds or something, or just listen to out there, you know, with the wind, you know, something like that. Try to make your bed as comfy as possible and your room comfy. Keep it nice and airy, you know, don't over clutter everything, you know, don't have a really hot duvet on, have you know, something where you're not going to be really sweating. All right, makes you in nice pajamas, have a drink at the side. All right, have some nice dark curtains, and make sure, I know it's a little bit of an expense this year, I know money can be quite tight at this time of year, should I say. So yeah, obviously you just can get what you can afford and when you can, but it's these little tweaks that can help us a little bit. You know, maybe having a hot drink, but maybe not too late, because then you might need to keep going to the toilet. Maybe have a nice hot bath with some nice bubbles, some lavender or something like that. Okay, yeah, some nice relaxing candles on or something in your bath. Okay, obviously that's not going to cure you, but it's going to help you just to relax a little bit and just chill out a little bit. I think that is really important, that you had that time just to focus and relax. Yeah, okay. Okay. Wonderful. And then if you do have a deficiency, obviously then we can start you on them supplements to help. But what I do recommend for you anyway is starting a course of vitamin D, because everyone's in the UK has got low vitamin D anyway, and it's worse this time of year, and it's not going to do you any harm. All right, so start some vitamin D. But I would like you to get your bloods done first. Okay, so if you can get your bloods done sooner rather than later, then start the vitamin D. All right, I'm going to get your doctor to try and do them as an urgent. Yeah, we don't do it here, unfortunately. No. Okay. Okay. Right. So how are things financially? Yeah. And that could be causing a little bit of stress as well. Are you in any debt at all, or? Okay, so that's fine really, isn't it? Yeah, that's all right. So you're not, you know, totally like thousands and thousands. So okay, and are you struggling with like food to buy and like money? Are you all right? You can afford your bills and things like that. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Lovely. Now, do you have a mental health nurse? Okay, I mean, it might be ideal potentially that you could see one and have one come to you maybe once a week, something like that, for a little bit. And you can see me once a month or once every 2 weeks. And obviously your psychiatrist dotted in between, probably every 6 weeks or something like that. I will have a word with them and see what they say. But a mental health nurse might be really good for you to speak to day to day. Or you don't have to do that. You can see me a bit more regular if you want to. We can liaise over email or something like that if that's something you would like to do. Or again, if I can get you in, I could see you every week or every 2 weeks or something like that. Okay, go away and have a think about what you want to do that way. All right, and you know, it's totally fine to go with your lead. All right, excellent. All right, is there anything else you'd like to tell me about how you're feeling, what's going on in your life? Is there any concerns or worries about anything at all? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. I get that. But how does that make you feel? Yeah, I understand that too. Okay. That's perfectly fine, my love. Right, so come to the end of the session, unfortunately, but I've got lots of information here, and I've got a really big picture about what's deep rooted in you and what's more on the surface and what's kind of going on at the moment. Now, it seems like you have got a lot of stress, a lot of pressure going on at the moment. Yeah, you've got obviously with the winter, and you've got with how you're feeling, and then you've got with Christmas coming up and things. It's, you know, there's a lot of pressure on people financially, and seeing people and having, you know, gone through different things at this time of year and stuff. So, you know, I just want you to know that you aren't alone, all right? And it is okay to feel this way. All right, it is okay not to be okay, and it is okay to be on medication, and it is okay to have therapy. All right, exactly. And I would love to see you again if you are happy to and you are comfortable with me. All right, but you know, I don't want you to pressure about any of that. Okay, it's the ball is in your court to decide what you want to do. I feel like I can work with you, and you know, we can make really good progress and, you know, get you to have more of a stable functioning life. All right, exactly. Yeah, but obviously that's totally up to you, my lovely. All right, I'm here for you, to help you and to listen and to give you ways that you could try and help and improve things. All right, I'm going to get this blood test sorted out. All right, I'm going to speak to your psychiatrist and speak to them about upping your antidepressants. Okay, and one of the mood stabilizers, I think, just to help you sleep a little bit better. Okay, and once you've had your bloods, I want you to start some vitamin D, and of course, if there's anything else missing, then we can, you know, give you a supplement to help that. All right, okay. And other than that, I just want you to just relax as much as you can. Try to enjoy yourself over the festive period. All right. Okay. And just spend some time with your friends and family, you know, your loved ones, if you can and if you want to. But just take it bit by bit, step by step. All right. No pressure. Okay. You're very welcome, my lovely. Now, if you would like to see me again, I can definitely book you back in. Okay, so request appointment. Okay, that's fine. So I request that will be sorted. The reason why I won't book you in right now is I want to speak to everybody first and get your bloods done. And I'm going to push all that through as an urgent, so I want your bloods done in the next few days. Okay, I want it all done and dusted, and then hopefully I can see you next week, if that's all right, about the same day, same time. Okay, wonderful, my lovely. All right, do you have any questions or anything you want to discuss before you go? All right. It has been a pleasure. You're very, very welcome. You take care now. Bye-bye.